Welcome everyone to a replay cast here. We have an in-house league match coming at you here where we have a single draft game. So these games took place a couple of days ago, but I was maybe not around or having bad internet at the time, so I figured, hey, why not watch some in-house league matches here? And it looks like we have the captains here going to be Vulka and Hugesoul. Now again, for single draft, we can't see the two sides drafts, but we'll have to wait here until they do pick the heroes up. And also, the captains do not pick the heroes for the players. Every individual player has to choose their own hero. So they try to devise lineups based off the three heroes that they are given to choose from to make an overall solid team composition here. But let's go over the two teams here in terms of players. On the Legion side, we have Volka, Janko, Znuki, Haha, and Nede or Blur. And then on the Hellborn side, we have Hugesoul, Rastahan, Dutch Ownage, Platychris, and we also have Mosher. So those will be the two teams. Now let's go over the heroes here. On the Legion side, we have a Tempest, Cthulhu Font, Clanks, Elonia, and a Witch Slayer here coming out. And it looks like we're going to see the Witch Slayer main support, the Elonia in the mid lane. Clank's going to be the carry here for the Legion side, and then Elephant will be the offlaner with Tempest. Looks like he's going to be going into the jungle here, so they're going to be running more of that TMM style of lane setup with the solo offlaner, the pseudo tri-lane, and the short lane with a jungler here coming out from the Legion team. Then on the side of Hellborn, we have King Clout in the mid lane, Rally in the off lane, Puppet Master, and Scrap. Looks like we could see Scrap either in the mid lane. No, probably we'll see him go top. I don't think a dual lane Clout would make too much sense here. And then we have Keeper of the Forest in the jungle. So it looks like we're gonna have a jungle versus jungle lineup, something we don't see too often here. But the Tempest versus Keeper matchup here in this one specifically. Now I will say, from a jungling standpoint, I do give the edge a little bit to Tempest. He does farm a little bit faster, but Keeper, he always has the potential to kind of be that bait for the Tempest. He can counter the Elemental Void with a Root in the later game stages, so we'll see how Tempest decides to itemize this game, if he builds for more of a ultimate style of Tempest build, or if he goes for more of that team fighting pushing style of Tempest build, which we do see quite often nowadays. But we're going to have the Puppet Master versus Clanks showdown. I definitely feel like Clanks is kind of the scarier carry hero, but he's had some nerfs in the past. I think to some, like his attack range got nerfed down a bit. I haven't been seeing a whole lot of Clanks lately, but he's definitely still the same damage powerhouse hero if he gets to that scary point. Whereas Puppet Master, he's kind of that overall solid mid-game style of carry where he does very good in laning phase and transitions that into a strong ganker. But Clanks versus Puppet is a battle of the ranged carries without a doubt, and definitely have some big ultimates on both sides here, so should have a pretty action-packed team fight style of match here. But Elonia versus King Clout in the mid lane. Elonia typically very good against melee heroes in general with the spell spam. And we see already level 2, he's outputting tons of harassment there onto King Clout. He picks up the early battery as well, expecting that spell spam. Wonder if we'll see the, oh, we do see the battery as well from Elonia, so King Clout, kind of similar story with the goblins. So again, I think this matchup does favor Elonia to some degree, but King Clout can definitely output some good harassment himself. But I think Elonia should be able to control the lane in that matchup. So Tempest already level 3. Keeper of the Forest hitting level 3 here at the 140 mark. Again, they're almost on par with each other, but Tempest again going to be the faster farming jungler without a doubt. See Cthulhu Font, he's having trouble getting experience in the top lane, going up against the dual range lane. He's going to look to try to make a rotation here, but they spot him out with the Sword of Sight place from the scrap. He will camp up the top rune, he gets an invisibility. Rally, I believe, got the Merrick's rune down there, so Hellborn gonna control one of the runes, but we have an Invis Elephant here. And I missed the Bloodlust kill. King Clout kills the Alonia. Did not expect that to happen here. Now Cthulhuphon, he only has the level 1 trample. We'll see if he can go for a kill here. He needs to land the trample. Is this going to be enough damage for a kill though on the Cloud? I think he needs 2 auto attacks here. There's the Invis, the Nature's Guidance coming in from the Keeper of the Forest. So again, if that was a level 2 Cthulhu, no doubt that that is a kill, but Hugesoul going to do a good job here. He was losing, I believe, and lasted 7-1 against a 10-3 Alonia, so did get himself a Bloodlust kill. Going to give him a big gold boost there, and does avoid the Invis Cthulhuphon gank simultaneously. So Hugesoul doing some good stuff there in the mid lane for his team. See Vulka already level 5, Keeper still level 4. Again, this is kind of to be expected. I think we'll even see the Ring of Sorcery pretty soon here for Tempest, as typically get that around the 3-minute mark. But Puppet Master, he is the top farmer right now. Without any kill participation, he is on 24 last hits compared to the 19 of Clank. So Rally is being perhaps a little bit of a nuisance, or maybe Snooki's just missing some of the last hits, but Puppet Master definitely doing very well here in the first few minutes of laning phase. We see Legion kind of getting a little bit more farm across their heroes, so they have 3 heroes with kind of good creep score versus the 2 from the Hellborn team. Here comes Tempest with a Meteor. Can he get in range for an Elemental Void? He will. Let's see if this is enough damage for a kill. Here come the spells from Alonia, and that will be a kill. So Tempest specking the Meteor here. Sets up a gank there on the King Clout, and there's a good return kill now, giving Alonia a bit of an edge back over the King Clout. So Cthulhuphon, he is on 69 gold per minute. He has a 0 last hits. Janko is not liking the Puppet Master lane. Not able to find any kind of creep kills. He does prove me wrong here. Gets his first one at 4.5 minutes, but definitely not where you want to be as an offlaner. You compare that to the Rally, who's on 10, and he is level 4. But we see the trample used here from Cthulhuphon. The ports are coming in. It's going to be cancelled actually as the dive comes in from Hellborn. So they had level 5 up on the Puppet and 3 on the Scrap. Cthulhuphon continues to struggle here. And this is with him even blocking the camp here. Middle lane Alonia going to get rooted, it looks like, by the Keeper of the Forest with the King Clout. They did not use the Parade of Power. But once again, Alonia falls. That will be her second death of the game. And the GPMs between Clout and Alonia are once again even. So apparently Clout needs a death advantage over the Alonia to keep that GPM equal. So I guess this Alonia is still proving to be pretty troublesome for the Clout. Keeper goes back into the jungle. Be interested to see what he goes for as his first item. He's saving a lot of gold here. Typically, when I would play the Keeper of the Forest, I would like to go for items like Ghost Marchers into Chalice, and start ganking around with my Nature's Guidance. We'll see what Chris decides to do here on the Keeper. Absolute Zero comes out. There's a Compel Stun on the Witch Layer. They will bring down the King Cloud. Cthulhuphon ports in with the Trample, and he will obliterate down the Rally. And Legion is going to clean this dive up. Coming out from the Hellborn team, they did lose their Witch Slayer, but at the cost of 3. So Clout, Rally, and Scrap all going to fall. And Cthulhuphon picking up a double tap. That's going to get him, I think, his Marchers at the very least here picked up. So despite the struggle here, he is slowly starting to recover. We have Puppet Master going for the early Brass Knuckles. I get that a lot of people like to go for this item, but I feel like in a more controlled environment, I feel like going for an item like Knuckles on a free farm carry hero, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be good for Hellborn, because again, I feel like if anything, he wants the faster Shroud or aggressive item, either the Elder Parasite Portal Key type of item to kind of go for the Clanks. This is going to kind of slow down his item progression, I feel like. And he's also not really fighting the most. He's more or less free farm here against the Cthulhu Fawn, who continues to be kind of roaming around. So I feel like this pickup from Dutch is not going to be too helpful here. But we'll see if he looks to get active and starts to pick up some charges on that in the next few minutes. Otherwise, I think it's safe to say that this is not the best item decision. Probably would have rather went into something like the Elder or the Whispering Helm even, as more of a sit back and farm style of build. We see Clanks going for the Astrolabe already. So Nicky's valuing the health here against the potential ganks coming out from maybe the Clout and the Puppet later on. He's going more of the safe route here, not going for the Thunderclaw or Dawnbringer build-up. Double damage spawns here in the top river. We'll see if King Clout will get that. It looks like he will be heading over there. Top tower taking some pressure, but not as much being put on the bottom tower here from the Legion side. We'll see if Puppet can secure this tower here in the next couple minutes with the scrap. But Tempest, he picks up the Energizer here. So we have the Astrolabe on the Clanks and the Energizer on the Tempest. They're already building into a lot of team items with the Sorcery Boots picked up. And Keeper, he did go for an Alchemist build, so he's feeling like he needs to go more of a greedy route this game. Looks like Hellborn's game plan is to try to go late game against the Tempest and the Clanks, which I think that they could if they can get the Restoration Stone on the Clout with the staff, and Puppet is relatively equal to Clanks in terms of gold, but I definitely feel like Tempest and Clanks are pretty scary in late game, to say the least. We're gonna see the ports in here. They take out the scrap. Will they get the tower kill here? No, the deny comes in from the elephant. Here comes Spray to Power, though. Double damage up on Hugesoul as the Voodoo Puppet comes down on the Tempest. They will take him out. The Root also used there from Keeper of the Forest. And now Witchslayer getting caught here, but there's a trample and a silver bullet coming out in the face of Dutch Ownage on that Puppet Master. He will fall. Cthulhu Fawn goes down, and the smackdowns are coming in left and right from Hugesoul. So he actually picks up a hat trick there on the King Clout. So this fight was fairly good for Hellborn, but ultimately the Clank's still off farming in the bottom lane, and Puppet Master does fall. So we'll have to see what Clout can do with that hat trick. That is going to get him up to 400 gold per minute, and we now see the slight gold advantage here in favor of the Hellborn team here. Yeah, it looks like I'm dropping a little bit of frames. We'll see if that continues. If it does, I can lower down the bitrate some more. Trying to test my internet kind of simultaneously here, as it should be getting better, but if it doesn't clear up in the next minute or two, I can lower it down. Hopefully that should make it a little bit better. We see the slam combo coming in here on the Witchslayer, and they're trying to turn it around with the Tempest here. He did use both the disables, and they will bring down the rally actually as Alonia makes his way over. Let's go ahead and maybe lower it back down. It was doing good for a little while. Alright. My net's still not back to tip-top shape, unfortunately. So, very curious as to what Snooki will go for here. If he's going to go for the Thunderclaw, or if he's going to value the Dawnbringer. He might be thinking about a Geometer's Bane this game against the Keeper of the Forest. So we could see something like a T-Claw into a Geometer's Bane, which would definitely, I think, be a solid build this game. We might also go for a Light Brand into a Geobane, but I don't think he necessarily needs the Light Brand. Alonia, I think will be going into a Light Brand herself here. We do tend to see Grimoire of Power later on built by Alonias, as that is going to be a huge heal for her as well as a big damage boost. But I don't think we'll see the immediate Grimoire. I think we'll see maybe like a PK or post haste in between, thrown in the midst somewhere. Bottom lane with the tower going down, initiation from the Witchslayer. He is going to miss the stun though. Here's the Elemental Void as the TP got cancelled, so only going to be a solo hole coming out from Vulka. They do get the tower and the kill here. We'll see if they look to fight anymore. I think they're going to be happy with resetting. And they will kind of waste some time here from the Hellborn side. So we have 1200 gold on the Keeper. We could see something like a portal key. Or even the early restoration stone being worked on. But again, if he goes for straight up resto, he will not have mana to do double root, which is one of the downsides of rushing a restoration stone. Clout is currently working on a Staff of the Master. And I think he's about 1200 gold away from that. So we do see the light brand picked up from the Clanks after all. So we have a pair of light brands here on the Legion side. Absolute Zero comes out on Keeper of the Forest here at the Ancients. They take him out with the help of Witchslayer. And they're also going to take out the creep here from the Puppet Master, who did go for Whispering Helm, by the way. So he basically just slowed down his Whispering Helm with the Knuckles pickup, which again, I kind of talked about. I don't really like when players go for Brass Knuckles on a free farm lane. I think that just delays your core items by a little bit. But he will be building towards a Shroud now as he picks up a Steam Staff. King Clout needs another piece of the staff. They have a lot of greedy items across the board here from both sides. And I think we will see the Searing Light, and then maybe he breaks the Searing Light into a Geobane. They're gonna go for a dive here on the Cthulhu font. It's gonna force a couple of ports as the haste was still up for 8 more seconds. Looks like they did ultimately cancel them. Rally, he's gonna pick up Steam Boots here. Looks like he'll be saving up gold for a portal key. Safe to say that it's going to help out the follow-up to the Parade of Power as well. Cthulhu on top lane could be some trouble. Here comes the Voodoo Puppet. Scrap will throw down the Mousetrap and the Zoomerang, and that will be a kill there on the Cthulhu again. Not very tanky as the Striders. Only 900 HP, so with just the 200 GPM. Not really too difficult of a kill for them. Looks like Tempest could be going for a portal key here. He has vestments and now 1600 gold saved up. Dutch, I think, should be getting close to his shroud here. Fight going on middle lane here. Tempest does have his hole still, but will he be able to get it off? He gets Astrolaped here from the Clanks. Goes down a Meteor on the Keeper of the Forest. Meanwhile, over here, they take out the Cthulhu font. And the Keeper will fall after the rally, so it's a 2 for 2. It looks like they started that off with a kill on the Witchslayer as well. They caught kind of the end of that fight. See the deny comes in here from the Hellborn team. Damage charts, it's all mid players this game. Elonia and Clout dealing lots of damage, and the rest kind of being overshined for now. And Clout just finished his staff. We have Rally trying to work out his portal key, but Clout's saying, hey, I need this farm. He's kind of taking over Rally's farming position here. Elonia bought something, so he is going to pick up the Blessed Orb. Looks like he will be going for a Grimoire straight away here. Not going to go for a portal key. for a post ace. We have a Veiled Rock coming in from the Tempest as well. Looks like they're trying to go for the Puppet Master. I think they don't know exactly where he is, but they want to kind of come at him from the behind angle here. Here comes the Absolute Zero. The Blink Stun from the Tempest, and that's going to be a quick kill there on the Puppet Master. So Dutch is now 0 and 2, only 400 GPM, whereas Clanks, he is almost 600 GPM. Snooki has not died yet this game, and he is on 180 creep kills. A very, very solid performance here so far. He's already level 13, on his way to level 14. We'll see if he goes to full Dawnbringer or not. Might be considering going for the greedy route here in the end. But I do expect a Shrunken or a Geobane as kind of his follow-up item going up against a Keeper and a King Clout. Maybe he will be building straight into a Shrunken here after the Searing Light. Witchslayer falls in the top lane. They're going to get the counter kill here on the Witchslayer. Seismic Slam comes in on the Alonia, but he's healing up from the Light Brim. See if he can hold his ground. They do take out the Rally, and Alonia with the team support. They will take out the Keeper of the Forest as well. Puppet Master now. He's kind of caught in an awkward spot here. He gets stunned up by the Cthulhu Fawn. He's going to go down as well. It's absolute disaster here for Hellborn. They got genocided, and Clanks was not even there for that fight. That just kind of shows you the power of Legion team right now. As we see, the Shaman's Head just picked up on the Tempest. Looks like he'll be going for a Barrier Idol. And Clank split pushes the bottom lane, gets a tier 2 tower as well. This is starting to really look bad news for Hellborn team. As the Tricore of Legion, all higher GPM than the entire Hellborn team as well here. Looks like Snooki's going for the Shrunken again. He's pulling almost 4,000 gold. He's gonna right click that any second. Boom, shakalaka. Shrunken Head, 3,900 gold. And we have Witchslayer picking up his portal key now as well. So Cthulhu Fall with a portal key. All the mid tier of items coming in for the Legion team with that last team fight. They're looking to be in a pretty comfortable spot here if they want to take a 5 versus 5 engagement. Again, they still don't have the Shroud picked up on the Puppet. He's sitting on the 2 build-up items here. Rally does have his portal key now, but again, without a Shrunken, the likelihood of him getting off a slam in a team fight is going to be very difficult.
He is headed to the bottom lane.
Keeper of the Forest has a portal key again, so definitely position himself for a good route. We see the big rat being dealt with here by the Legion team. But meanwhile, Hellborn, they're trying to set up some kind of bait in the mid lane. I wonder if we'll see the Legion team try to steal a Kongor here away from the Hellborn team. They are currently at a 12,000 gold lead, but I don't know if they're feeling comfortable with taking a Kongor, especially the enemy team's Kongor at this point. King Clout doing his best to split push the top lane currently. You see the Ancient's going to be warded here by a Witchslayer. They're going to try to steal away the double stack here. Meanwhile, top lane, the tower just go down to the creep, so the split push from King Clout going to be successful there. Alonia picking up the post haste now with the Grimoire, gonna finally pick up a mobility item here. Still probably wanting a portal key at some point, or that positioning. Top lane, we have an engagement here. Rate of power was used. They are going to take out the King Cloud though. Cthulhu Font stays alive with 20 health. And will they be able to get another kill? Lonia chasing the scrap. Here comes the Zoomerang slow. The bangs from Clank's going to be missed, but Scrap's going to be taken out, and that's 2 kills going the way of the Legion team now as they continue to build into their lead. They have a 13,000 gold lead now, as well as a 11,000 experience lead. And Hellbar team, they just don't necessarily have the items that they need to kind of take a team fight here against the Legion team. So I think continuing to dodge here until maybe they get like a shrunken head up on the puppet. Try to split push and get the restoration stone up on the keeper as well. They're going to counter the sword here placed from the King Clout, so we could see the Kongor attempt be tried at once again here. Vulka not going to show us his best micro here on the Tempest, but again, I think with the manpower that they have, they should be able to get this Kongor. Alonia is in a really cheeky spot here in the top lane. He might go for a kill here on the King Clout. Throws out the freeze and the ultimate. Here comes the parade of power from the Clout though. Will this be enough damage from the Alonia? It should be. As he does get cheaped up though. He's gonna go for the juke here. Rally goes for the compel. Here's the TP from the Alonia. And before he can get vision, he will survive. Meanwhile, the Conger goes down as it looks like Keeper of the Forest tried to go for a steal. And he was not successful. And it looks like we're going to have the GG's called here. 23 minutes in, almost at the 24-minute mark. It looks like Hellborn team has decided they are too far behind. And yeah, that one's actually going to go through. So we finished this one off with a 650 GPM Clanks, 540 on the Alonia. They even had Tempest and relatively 420 gold per minute. So just too many items across the board for the Legion team. Going to force out the concede vote here from our Hellborn side. So that one will conclude this one.